I am the new director of the Community Works Connection here at Open-M. We look at the symptoms of poverty instead of looking at poverty in a whole. The symptoms are transportation. They don't have transportation. They're short on food. Medical bills mounting, don't have free medical care, don't have the essentials to get through day-to-day life. What we're doing here at Open-M through the Community Works Connection is we're using a holistic view because we actually find them jobs so that they can get out of poverty so that we can take them to the next level.
Initially, Getting Ahead used to be a 8-week, 16-session course. And within that course, we would tell people where the resources were in Summit County, where to go, who to talk to, what to say when you get there, let them know who referred you. We're giving them the information, we're giving them the tools, but at the end we're like, okay, bye, go ahead and do it. And we start realizing, well, okay, they got the first part, okay, now they're scared again. Their fear now is to go out and do all these goals and plans that they've made. So we said, oh, that's a problem. Now how can we address this problem? We went out to community, we collaborated with a lot of partners and agencies, and we brought those community resources inside of our classroom.
You know, I remember 12 years ago when a friend of mine asked me to come and do a homeless ministry with him. And I'm like, that's not what I want to do. I want to volunteer somewhere, but I don't want to volunteer with homeless folk. So I went the first night, and I remember coming home and driving home on my way home and thinking, they smelled, they just needed to get a job, they were ungrateful, and I didn't want to do it ever again. I remember coming home that night and saying, God, if you want me to do this, you've got to really change my heart. Because I still thought the same perception that I had. But over the next 2 months, God had changed my heart completely, that I loved them. Because I finally realized it wasn't a choice that a lot of them had made to be in poverty. It was that they were born into it through generational poverty. That situational poverty had taken them over by them losing their jobs, by their families abandoning them. To see a lot of young ladies out on the streets, that their boyfriends or their husbands had left them with nothing, with small children, and they were sleeping on the streets. It broke my heart. It was definitely a shattering of my cultural perception. I grew up in suburbia. I mean, I grew up in suburbia, and I had a great life, and I never had to worry about cashing my check. When I get my check and you get your check, we just direct deposit, or we go to the bank and we cash it. For somebody in poverty, they go to the liquor store or to Giant Eagle, and they pay $25 or $30 to cash their check because they don't have a checking account. And they have no place to put their money except in their pocket. And as you and I both know, when you put your money in your pocket, it's gone.
People in poverty operate in the concrete. So they operate in the tyranny of the moment, so in the crisis of the moment. So what we try to teach them is to operate in the abstract, try to think in the abstract. So in the abstract is where they will build their new future stories. It's very important for them to know about the hidden rules of poverty. And it's not about we're discriminatory against each other. It's just about we don't understand. You're from somewhere else, I'm from somewhere else. We just don't understand each other.
Those 5 days, we're going to teach you how to write a resume. We're going to teach you how to interview, how to dress for an interview, how to conflict resolution, financial literacy. What are you going to do when you get your first check? Then what happens is they'll be meeting with a job coordinator, which will be working with our core employers to place them in the job that best matches their skills, their talents, their abilities, their mindsets. And that's what we're so excited about. Bringing the whole package together and using this holistic view through mentorship, through retention. Our main focus is one job, 1 year. Stay on the job a year. And then advancement. We're going to have some advancement things in place that once they go through one job, 1 year, that we have an advancement placement that we can take them to the next level, get them some job training so that they can make $15, $17, $18 an hour.